I am recording. So I made a video yesterday on what it looks like when you die, and how you can't do anything. You can't even see the people around you unless they're near your corpse. So the point of this video is there's really no point. I'm just kind of retesting playing on a classic era server. So this is the PTR for classic hardcore, of course, as stated in the title. And this just to kind of get back into the motion of things, see what it feels like and how slow it is. Not that I've forgotten, but just to kind of see, like, is this something I want to do? And I think the main reason I would want to is for the following reasons. You see, I have been playing World of Warcraft, as I've stated millions of times, since the dawn of time. And my preferred way to play the game is to help people. It's not to PvP anymore and try to get rival and duelist and all that kind of stuff like I used to back in the day. It's literally just picking a random zone, which I do on classic Wrath of the Lich King nowadays. And just roam, toss a buff, you know, whether I'm on my Paladin or my Druid. I prefer the Druid because the buff is 30 minutes, not only 10 minutes like on the Paladin, but the Paladin can move a lot quicker, 20% more, so, but his buffs kind of suck. But in Classic, there is no Crusader, or the Crusader, so you can't move any quicker. Everybody's got the same, it's got the same speed. So with that, it's like, you know, let me go and get my skills there really quick. So I just want to be able to roam around, and because this is hardcore and you cannot die or you're screwed. You can't just resurrect. All my buffs, my heals, and my hots as I'm roaming around a random zone, I think would be even further appreciated. I'd like to think, right?
With the earth, mother.
So that is what... Oh yeah, my keybinds don't work on here. Whatever. Whatever. I don't need that. There we go. These are all the corpses of people. Now, rumor has it they don't go away. I find that hard to believe, because if they never went away, like, I even need to finish that sentence. Now, really quick, I'm going to take a look at the graphics, because this obviously doesn't look like anything in, you know, Classic. That's, I mean, obviously some things have changed. There's a little bit more stuff that you can kind of play with here. Yeah, the gamma I normally don't touch, but that 1.1 I usually do. Just that 0.1 that I add. By the way, we are in... I almost forgot the word. Mulgore. West of the Barrens there, right? And this is just how I used to remember it back in the day. Just a simple map, 2 continents, these 2 things that we're always wondering about, and up there. And somehow Northrend just kind of moved in there. We just didn't know it was there. We were aware of the continents across here, but just not what was up there and everywhere in between. But yeah. So that is the main motivation. To buff and toss instant heals and stuff on people to aid them in not getting their arses handed to them in this very unforgiving classic world. And that's it. I don't even really care if my DPS isn't that great. If, you know, I just don't care. Really. I just want to have fun. And I haven't decided if I want to do the Night Elf Yeah, I know. We're already out of mana. You cheap bastard. I don't miss those days. I'm not gonna lie. BC, Burning Crusade, really, really did improve the formula. Like, I mean, you can't deny that. This was just a little too much. But it's what we're used to. Well, it's what we used to be used to. And, you know, it's a little bit much. The moo-moo there. We don't want him getting his ass kicked. There we go. That's what it's all about. Come on, regenerate. Like it's 2004. I don't even think I get my cat form till like level 20. Oh yeah, this is gonna be painful. But I think it'll be, you know, very well worth it. It's either that or an undead priest. I'm not too sure. There's a few options there. Again, on the PTR, I really, really don't want to get too much into it. Yeah, that is pretty wild. I'm just not used to that. And I'm not too sure what spec I would go. If I would do Restoration or Boomkin once I'm 60 and just kind of, you know, whatever. It's kind of hard to say what I would do at that point. I mean, if I plan on just kind of randomly healing, then I suppose maybe Resto. But what if I want to maybe farm a little bit? I don't know. I don't even know how you gear up. I don't want to do... Well, there's no PvP. Right? There's no battlegrounds. I don't want to do well, I might do dungeons, to be honest with you. I'd probably just be okay with, like, Stratholme gear, to be perfectly honest, for just roaming the world. I know it might sound silly, but I would be okay with that. Honestly, I don't need the best. Like, right now, I've just got the PvP gear from Battlegrounds and Wrath of the Lich King. I am more than happy with that. And again, the first skill point's at level 10, I believe. Oh boy. What a slow grind. The most painful grind of them all. I'm sure there's other games where the grind is pretty wild, I'm just saying. This one's definitely something else, but you kind of see the pacing a little bit there for just a couple of minutes that we're in here, even at a low level. You sort of see how the mana drains out quickly. Ooh, I got the shiny green bag. There is going to be an auction house. I'm probably going to, yeah, use that a lot. Probably going to pick up skinning and herbalism. I have a feeling that's what I'll be doing. But yeah, maximum graphics. You kind of see what it looks like, that very old school, classic look. I mean, they did improve it a little bit in, you know, BC, and then most predominantly in Wrath of the Lich King, and I know that to be a fact because I'll never forget it. In 2005, after I'd been playing WoW for quite a few months, in early 2005, I got a laptop, and it ran World of Warcraft at the time, what I called Retail Classic, Retail Vanilla or whatever, and it ran smooth, like it was really good. Then BC came out, and it was okay. It still ran, got a little goosey sometimes because of, you know, I think the population kind of grew, and that might have been it a little bit. But anyhow, ran perfectly fine. Never got disconnected flying into Ironforge or Strat. Well, maybe a couple of times. And then Wrath of the Lich King came out, right? Back in 2008. My computer could barely handle 20 frames a second. I had to turn down so many graphics. It was practically unplayable. So that just kind of shows you, you know, the difference there. It was pretty wild. Some real shit there. You don't want him getting his ass beat. Nope. Just like I'm about to get. Yeah, so it's either going to be the Night Elf, Druid, the Tauren Druid. I don't think I'm going to make a Shaman. I have a Shaman, and they're great. They're fun to play, but they're much slower. They're not as wild as, you know, what I can do with, you know, my other characters. They're not as good in PvE. I mean, there's no sugarcoating it. They can be fun all they want. Right? It's either that or like Priest, Druid, maybe Mage, because I think got buffs, but I want something that can heal. Paladin was a possibility, way over Shaman. And I would be a holy Paladin. That, I think, would be fun. Yeah, so those are sort of the class. Yeah, Druid, Priest, Paladin. Hunter would be good, but again, and Mage, but don't really have any cool buffs. I mean, you could portal with the Mage. Make food and water for the Mage. And I mean, for other people, you could probably get tipped. The Mage would probably be kind of wild. I'm not too sure. If I made a Mage, it'd be a typical undead Mage. I would think. If it's a Priest, undead, or... I'm not too sure. Dwarf or human? Maybe Night Elf? I don't know. It's really hard to say. A little bit of a jitter there, but I got a bunch of crap going on in the background. Moo there is playing one of the most difficult classes there are. The warrior in classic. It's like, I'm sorry, but not that great. So they want us to grind a little bit to make it a little bit easier. I could do with making it a little bit easier. I'm all about those shortcuts. We do have Moonkin in Classic, yeah. I don't remember if we have Treeform in Classic. I don't remember that. I'll have to look at the talent tree, but I do know that Innervate is why most people wanted, you know, to bring in a Druid for a raid. That was like the only reason.
My mana is low.
Damn it. Okay. There's no buying tokens on the store and then just running off to the AH or getting heirlooms. This is like the epitome of classic. I mean, even Wrath of the Lich King makes this look like Elden Ring. You know, very... Like, look at this. I don't think I'm going to record all the way till the end until I get to level 4. I just kind of wanted to make a somewhat of a short-ish, you know, video and kind of show you, you know, the bar and how it's progressing, but not really, and...
I need more mana.
Oh, seriously, I need more mana for that? This is quite the thing. And there it is. There it is. That's the highlight right there. The appreciation. I find even on like classic BC or classic whatever, classic. People are nicer. I'm a little bit more mature. I'm not saying you can't get somebody that's a little loosey there, but it's a different kind of person. You really do have to be more patient, and I think the personality type really does show when you compare that. I've buffed people on retail. There's nobody. Well, you can't really buff anymore. But for the odd class that can, there's nobody whispering you, thanking you for a buff. Nobody does that. They don't. They don't care about you. It's just the way it is. They're a lot less social as well. Whereas in this game, you have to be social. You gotta use the local trade, the local chat, or whatever, general chat. And it's what made this game what it is, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. Again, if you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. It does greatly help support the channel. If you didn't like it, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. I'll bend it in half, twist it, and break off one of them things off in your ass. And if you want to subscribe, obviously, that'd be great. If not, whatever. Thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. Let me know down below if you plan on playing this, if you've ever played WoW at all, or just whatever, what's your favorite version of WoW? Or if Classic Era is just too much to be, you know, it's just too much. What are your thoughts on that? All right. Until next time, bye for now.